Hi everyone, you're watching my channel Concept Tech 2018 and we are here with Online Laboratory and we are discussing the experiments on op-amp. This is part 6 and in this part we'll be discussing low pass filter circuit using op-amp. Now what is a low pass filter? An ideal low pass filter have a constant gain and zero phase shifts for frequencies within its passband and zero gain for frequencies outside this range. You can observe here for the frequencies up to this cutoff point F0, it offers gain, unity gain, and as you cross this cutoff line, it offers zero gain, right? So this is an ideal low pass filter. Practically, this sharp cutoff is not achieved, the gain falls and a soft knee is observed. The gain falls with the slope to zero value, and of course this slope is determined by the circuit components. Coming to op-amp low pass filter, first of all we have a general RC low pass filter here. You can see here the output is obtained across this capacitor. The input is applied to this RC circuit, and for this RC circuit, this is the match. The output is XC by this, and finally V out by V in is given by 1 upon 1 plus j omega CR. Now you can observe from this expression, for high frequencies the voltage gain will be 0. As frequency goes higher, this gain reduces, and for low frequencies the gain tends to be unity, right? So the gain depends on this frequency here, and thereby we achieve a low pass filter. And the cutoff of the filter of course depends on these two components R and C. Here we have op-amp connected as a low pass filter here. So when you apply input signal here, the output, depending on the frequency of the input, we obtain the amplitude at the output. As we go on increasing the frequency at the input side, the gain falls abruptly at the output side. That is, the amplitude obtained at the output side reduces as we go on increasing the frequency at the input side. Let's see it in the lab how this low pass filter works. Let's see the working of operational amplifier working as low pass filter. In this circuit you can observe that we have a capacitor in the feedback path and the input is applied through resistance. Now you can observe the waveform here. This is the input and output waveform. Now when we change the frequency, you can observe the lower one is the output waveform, upper one is the input waveform. So the amplitude of the output waveform is changing with change in frequency. When you reduce the frequency, the amplitude increases and vice versa. Now what we'll do is we'll observe the amplitude at different frequencies and we'll try to see how this low pass filter is working. We'll start with 1 kilohertz. At 1 kilohertz you can observe here the output waveform is of 6 volts, 2 volts per division, and it is occupying 3 divisions. Coming to 1.5 kilohertz frequency, at 1.5 kilohertz it is approximately 5 volts, 2.5 divisions, right? Then 2 kilohertz, at 2 kilohertz it is 4 volts. Coming to 3 kilohertz, at 3 kilohertz it is 2 volts. Increasing the frequency further to 4 kilohertz, the output obtained is, you can observe here, it is approximately 1.5 volts. We change the volts per division to make the better visibility of the waveform. We are going on reducing the volts per division as well, so that you can observe it clearly. Coming to 5 kilohertz, at 5 kilohertz it is less than 1 volts, right? So we have changed the value to 500 millivolts, and you can see it is approximately taking 2 divisions. So it is approximately 1 volts. Coming to 7 kilohertz, at 7 kilohertz it is showing 800 millivolts here, right? We have started with 6 volts and we have reached to 800 millivolts. Now at 8 kilohertz, the waveform is having 700 millivolts value. 9 kilohertz, we are going on increasing the frequency. At 9 kilohertz, it is 600 millivolts. We have changed the volts per division to 200 millivolts, and it is occupying 3 divisions here. So it is 600 millivolts here. Increasing it further to 11K, right? The amplitude here is less than 600 millivolts. We go further to 12 kilohertz, it is 500 millivolts. Then we'll go to say 13 kilohertz, it is less than 500 millivolts here. Then we'll increase it to 20K, right? 20 kilohertz is the frequency and the amplitude here is 300 millivolts. The volts per division setting is 200 millivolts here. Increasing it to 30K, the volts per division setting is 200 millivolts and it is occupying 1 division, so 200 millivolts. 40K, it is 120 millivolts. We have changed the volts per division setting to 100 millivolts and it is approximately 120 millivolts. 55K, the reading is 100 millivolts. It is occupying 1 division. The lower waveform, please observe it. It is occupying 1 division, so it is approximately 100 millivolts here. Then we can increase it further to say 80K. 80 kilohertz is the input frequency here, and the output waveform is having less than 100 millivolts, approximately 70 millivolts. Now we'll observe at 100 kilohertz. At 100 kilohertz, it is even less than 70 millivolts. The volts per division is 50 millivolts, so it is approximately greater than 50 millivolts, right? So when you reduce the frequency, the amplitude of the waveform is increasing. When you increase the frequency, amplitude is reducing, and you can monitor here the input waveform amplitude is constant throughout. So this is how a low pass filter works. Thank you so much for watching this experiment. Please like, share and subscribe my channel Concept Tech 2018 for more such videos. Thank you.